how to manage your breakup properly. I'm a relationship therapist and I help people dealing with breakups. And there's a methodology to win this breakup. When I say win, it's not about necessarily getting back with your ex. When I say win your breakup, it's about understanding the whole range of emotions and how you can use this breakup to learn more about yourself and to become, in a way, a better version of yourself, to become stronger as a result of this breakup. It's something that I see every single day helping my clients, and that's why I'm so passionate by this topic, because I know breakups can bring the best of us. And I'm making this video because I don't want this breakup to create the worst of you. Jingle.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
So first of all, I need you to understand that breakups are emotional, and the way you react to this breakup is completely normal and in a way very healthy. If you were not reacting and if you were not angry, sad, depressed, you would have a problem. So really, first of all, I want you to understand that if you feel bad today and if you feel like you don't want to do anything, you don't want to, leave your bed, you don't want to go to work, you are tired or you can't sleep, it's normal. Okay, don't feel bad about that. The reason we feel so strongly, we experience such a pain after a breakup is because we have an essential need to be attached to someone. And so when this essential need, again, it's a bit like we take away food or shelter or water from you. When we remove this, that creates a range of emotions: sadness, anger, depression, self-guilt, a range of emotions. And that's completely normal. Don't feel guilty that I'm depressed after this breakup. I'm crying every single day. When I call my friends, I feel really bad. I feel really stupid to react this way. This is normal. I see people every single day on my consultation who are going through breakups. And there's obviously no right or wrong reactions to react to that. What I would describe in those videos is what can you learn from those events. The problem with those emotions is that they could have that could create damaging behavior. We react in a certain way, we have a thought process, emotions that makes us do things that we usually sometimes regret. Let me explain. The first one is to the relationship itself. When we are depressed and angry, we might be clingy, needy. If we're angry, we are going to threaten our ex. This will affect the relationship with your ex. Again, if you want to get back together, or if you don't want to get back together, you want to have a good relationship with your ex. You want to be at good terms with that person at some stage. Being clingy, needy, begging to get them back, to get you them back, begging them to get you back. Sorry, that's not going to work. That's going to affect also yourself, because the other behaviors will have an impact on yourself. The idea, and it's very common, people have this selective bias where we only focus on things that doesn't work. Because right now your reality is this breakup. This is the only headlines in your life: breakup. This is my new life. This is my identity, is that I got dumped by someone. And we sometimes assume this is the end. We sometimes assume that this is myself. The way I feel this depression will stay there forever. It's very common for people who are going through depression, who are going through this kind of event, to feel like, I'm not going to overcome this. It's going to be unbearable. And I've never felt like this before. Therefore, there must be something wrong with me. Therefore, this is my new identity. And it's going to stay like this forever. All of these are completely wrong. Because right now you have the ability to assess, to heal, to soothe yourself. Obviously, there's a time, and don't get me wrong, it takes a bit of time, and don't feel guilty if one day you feel like crying, you feel like going back from work early because you can't function. That's fine. Healing takes time, and healing is not a straight curve. You're gonna have ups and downs. What matters is the trajectory. It's very important. Something that you need to understand, and it's a very simple image, is the nature abhors a vacuum. What it means is when the relationship ends, if you take something along will replace it. So if we remove the relationship, the problem is that what will take that place? And it's something that you might not welcome. And this is really based on your inner child, on your insecurities. The reason sometimes we have a hard time dealing with the breakup has nothing to do with the partner, has nothing to do with the relationship, it has to do with you. Assessing your insecurities, assessing our fears of abandonment, really exploring different traumas that is linked to, this idea of this person left me and therefore I'm no longer needed in this place. I have no use anymore. I've lost my identity. And this is a sign that there's something that you need to assess. And that's something I do with my clients. It's really about looking at those blind spots. Really try to uncover those traumas or micro traumas that happened, that made you believe or that made you experience this breakup with such intensity. Again, it's okay to be sad, angry, depressed after a breakup. That's not the problem. You have to understand that the intensity, the reason you feel that you can't stand up anymore, has something to do with what happened before the relationship. So right now you need to break bad habits. It's really about understanding that sometimes people, they swap bad habits to good habits. So they will stop smoking and then start eating. That's why people gain weight when they stop smoking, and they think that smoking is a great way to lose weight. That's not the case. That's not how it works. So breaking bad habits, it implies control and stamina. And the problem is that after a breakup, we feel out of control and we feel like with low energy. So let me explain how to do it. You need to replace anger with a positive self-image, something that you would nurture every single day. Sadness with positive goals. It's how you can bring structure into your life. Depression with new interest. Sometimes people are stuck because they feel, it's very hard to adjust to this new life. So why don't you explore new things? Why don't you try to do things that you enjoy doing? You have more time for yourself, so it's time to, treat yourself in a way. So new hobbies, new activities, new friends, it's time to explore the world. And self-guilt with the ability to be good to yourself. Very often we blame ourselves, we feel I'm not good enough, we feel like I'm not going to find anyone else. It's really about nurturing. This one is more of a mindset. So all those things is obviously something that you can do on your own by journaling, by discussing with trusted friends. It's something that you really need to understand that those emotions are taking the place of a void. So it's just about assessing, addressing those emotions, this range of emotions, and replacing with something else, something more positive. And there's benefit in being sad and being depressed because it means it's a sign that you're processing something. The problem is that if you don't have the conscious effort that I can replace those things, you're going to be stuck. So it happens sometimes. People are heartbroken for years because they've decided I need to avoid looking at those things. I don't want to deal with my trauma. It's going to be fine. And they are thinking it's a coping mechanism. So they're doing this because they feel, okay, if I look there, it's going to be more difficult. And I want to protect myself from those. But when you do that, you're stuck because you don't process those emotions and you can't replace anger with positive image, sadness with positive goals, etc. It's very important for you to be proactive in that sense. So a few tips. First of all, be more aware. Awareness is important. Your thought process, how what triggers you. So journaling is a good exercise because you write down how you feel in a certain time. I help some of my clients on WhatsApp, and we use WhatsApp as a way to keep a journal on how they feel every single day. So deconstruct the thought process, which is more or less a CBT sort of framework where you understand the thought process, the emotions associated, the actions, and the results. And the triggers. If you have an anxious attachment style, it's about separation. It's really understanding what triggers me. If you see something in your house that reminds you of your ex, it's really about, okay, this is a trigger. How can I change my response to that trigger? What's the narrative behind? Why do I feel this way? Why do I perceive or the belief system behind how I feel right now? It's very important to deconstruct those things. And it takes a bit of time, it takes a lot of awareness. And some people, because it's some kind of a muscle that you need to work, Some people are not really good with that because they've been on autopilot for most of their life. Now that's the sign, it's the time to really look inward, to really assess and address those things. And understand, because I'm a strong believer that breakups can be transformative and positive. Of course, I wished like this didn't happen and that wasn't so shocking and so hard on you. But in a way, this would be a wake-up call for you to feel better. So last word is, you need to also show yourself to the world, to see new people, but also to know how to spend more time alone. Sometimes we are forced to spend time alone when we don't enjoy it. After a breakup, we are scrolling on social media and that makes us feel even worse. So it's really about finding that balance, learning how to be more independent, to cultivate your self-reliance. And you need to do that every single day to really work at this muscle of, okay, I'm okay being with someone, not being with someone, on my own, not with my own, and treating yourself along the way, obviously. If you have any other tips, if you have any questions or want any other tips, let me know in the comment section. There's also some resources on the description where you can learn about how to be more secure, how to heal after a breakup, or book a discovery call with me. Take care of yourself. I know it's hard, I know it hurts, but this is also why it matters, because that's where there's no other option than to really work on yourself. Take care of yourself. Power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer.